If you're losing deals, or you feel like people are hesitating, or you're getting a lot of "let me think about it," even though you know your work is solid, I want you to understand something. It's probably not your work, it's trust. And I think this is one of the hardest things for most business owners to really accept, because it feels personal. You care about what you do, you take pride in your work, and you know you and your team delivers. So when somebody doesn't choose you, it's easy to think, maybe it's not as good as I thought. Maybe my pricing's too high. But most of the time, it's neither of those. It's that the person doesn't feel enough certainty yet. And that's what trust really is. If someone's about to spend thousands, tens of thousands, or hundreds of thousands, they don't just want the best option. They want the safest option. They want to feel like this is the right decision. This person knows what they're doing. This isn't going to go wrong. Because at that level, you're not just buying the service, they're buying the peace of mind. And here's the key that most people miss. That feeling does not come from logic. It comes from familiarity. And if somebody has never seen you, never heard you talk, never watched how you work, you are at risk. Even if you're better, even if your quality's higher, even if your process is more dialed, none of it matters if they don't feel it. And this is exactly why many good businesses lose deals. Not because they're worse, but because somebody else felt more familiar and comfortable. Now think about how people actually make decisions today. Before someone ever reaches out, they're doing their own research. They're checking your Instagram, your videos, your website, your overall presence. And they're not just looking for information, they're looking for signals. They're asking themselves, do I trust this person or this company? Do they seem dialed in here? Do I feel confident here? And most of the time, they don't even realize they're asking those questions. It's all subconscious. Now here's where things break. If they land on your page and there's not enough there to build confidence, they hesitate. And hesitation's where deals die. Because when somebody hesitates, they don't usually say no. They just keep looking, and eventually they find somebody who feels more certain. That's the real competition. It's not the one who's better, it's the one who feels safer. And this is where content changes everything. Because instead of trying to build all the trust in one call, you spread it out over time, before the conversation even happens. People hear how you think, they see how you approach things, they understand your standards, they start to feel like they actually know you. So by the time they reach out, you're not starting from zero. You're continuing something that already started. And that's when everything shifts. You're not trying to convince, you're not trying to prove yourself, you're just confirming that it is a good fit. And if you've ever had one of those conversations where the person comes in already sold, you know that's a different feeling. That's not luck, it's positioning. So if you feel like people aren't trusting you yet, don't just look at your work. Look at what people are seeing before they ever talk to you, because that's where trust is either built or lost.